Get Thursday off my hands now. I'm Fran, I'm 17 years old and I'm from England, from a little town called Epsom. I identify as a bisexual, indecisive, greedy. I only came out to my parents recently. But before I did, my parents didn't really believe that bisexuality exists because, to be fair, they couldn't really understand how you could want both. It's just that, you know, they couldn't really understand the kind of in-between between gay and straight. So, you know, I mean, that was a completely different thing that they had to get used to when I told them. They let me do what I want, and I have a girlfriend, and, you know, they're not exactly putting up the flaming pitchforks and stuff whenever she comes around. So, you know, I mean, I think as long as I'm happy, then that's fine. They'd rather me be happy with someone of the same sex or of the opposite sex rather than miserable alone. Or going out with both. That would be kind of slaggy. The question is so much more difficult than the last one, because if you ask anybody I know, I fucking love films. I watch them like every day basically, so it's been hard for me to compile a list, but I finally managed it, so enjoy! Number 5. Dreamgirls. I fucking love it for some reason, probably because, well, one reason probably because Beyonce is in it, but other than that, I love a good musical, and that is the Rolls Royce, the Cadillac of musicals. Number 4 would be American Beauty, because I just love it. It's one of the best satires ever made. I love Kevin Spacey in it. I think it's one of his best roles to date. Maybe because I fancy Kevin Spacey just a little bit. Number 3 would have to be 300. I don't know why I like it. It's like one of the most geekiest films I've ever liked in my entire life, but it is a pretty amazing film. I'm not sure why. I think maybe it's the way it's done, like the way it's similar to a graphic novel. I don't know, I like the whole old-fashioned idea of like valour and honour and stuff like that, and, you know, the Queen just kicks ass, and so does Gerard Butler, and just it's a great combination, really. Number 2, I debated between 300 and V for Vendetta for a while, but I think V for Vendetta came number 2 because I don't know, it made me feel really happy, but it made me cry at the same time, so it's quite an emotional film for me, and, you know, people are going to laugh at that. But anyway, yeah, I like the whole revolution idea, and I think the whole thing is very clever. The way it's done, and like the visual quality of it is amazing. Like, there's some really iconic scenes there. I think it kind of serves as a warning almost, because it's about Britain in the not so distant future, and how we've been governed by fear, basically. Yeah, and I think that Natalie Portman looks quite good with a shaved head. She can really put it off. Numero 1 would have to be Lord of the Rings. God, this lineup so far has proved that I am a massive geek, but I can't help it. I fucking love it. I know they're a trilogy, but just have to squeeze it all in one for the moment at my top spot. I just love it. The actors are great, the special effects are great, the setting is great, the story, I know that's not Peter Jackson's doing, that's J.R. Tolkien's doing, so thank you, Mr. Tolkien. It's just all amazing. I love it. I think Peter Jackson's interpretation of it was spot on. Really, it really couldn't get any better for me than Lord of the Rings. Love it. Please tell me Peter Jackson did make it, and it's not just haven't just made a fool of myself on YouTube. So yeah, that's me, Fran. This has been Thursday, and I hope I've made your evening slightly more amusing, if it's only the fact that you're just laughing at my really geeky choice of films. But you know, at least I've managed to bring some sort of amusement to the YouTube community. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be doing a repeat at some point. So maybe I'll see you some other Thursday down the road.